Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. We're doing a live chat, but we're not live, are we, Glenn? Well, the three of us are live.
We're dead.
We're alive
But,
somewhere.
this is ranking all of the songs on Led Zeppelin 1 and Led Zeppelin 2 together. And then at the end, all of us are going to, just which of the two albums is our favorite. And I should have mentioned, maybe at the end of this, we'll talk about what we can do next and maybe have another person or two join us, right?
Yeah.
It could
Sounds
be
good.
either two separate artists for a change, right?
That'd be
I was
interesting.
thinking
Pick two
something-
independent bands and put the two
something
albums
like
together.
two great albums that we both love, like the Who's Next and some other classic. Put them
And
together.
ABBA's new album.
And ABBA's.
I saw Sea of Tranquility the other night. They did a panel and they compared Gentle Giant's Octopus and Emerson, Lake and Palmer's Trio album.
Yep.
And they did a comparison on that because two great albums, but Gentle Giant went out big time, and there was 8 people on the panel, I think, or something like that.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I think 2 different bands would be a good start.
Okay, we'll start this then, and then anybody watching this can maybe comment below what they would, what their favorites are and least favorites. But first of all, Glenn Kellaway, tell us about your channel before we forget.
Glenn Kellaway from the basement, who will soon be back in his basement. I'm heading home next week from Orlando. Basically just talking about music in general, new albums that come into my possession, and bands that I like, and different genres of music. Come on over. I'm having a contest right now. It was to get me over 1,000 subscribers. I'm now like at 1,021 or something, I think. So thank you all for supporting it. And I think I've had 40 entries. So yeah, thank you. And that's all I got. It's early in the morning.
Yeah, Robert's on my turntable, coffee kind of morning. Similar to Glenn's. His style is slightly different than mine, but we all like the same type of bands for the most part. Classic rock. I'm doing a series now, Great Band You Need to Listen to, and I just finished uploading a video. I haven't finished it yet on Our Lady Peace, Great Band You Need to Listen to, so I'll be posting that a little later on this morning or this afternoon. I also have a contest going on, and I think I've close to 40 entries as well. I mean, just outstanding how many entries you can get in these things. It's going to be drawn next Saturday, a week from tomorrow. But again, classic rock, just talk about great bands and artists, and having a blast.
Yeah. And nobody commented on my background.
Oh, look
that
at you've added some.
little bit.
Look at that. You've
I do all that work and then nobody says nothing.
Nice. I love the Lennon poster.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I just threw it all up there.
What's up on top of it? I see another Sparks one.
Iron Butterfly.
Iron Butterfly. Okay.
Yeah, at the very top. Black Sabbath and Lou Reed.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Wings.
Nice. You did a
Nice.
good
Very
job,
good.
Larry. That looks good. Hey,
Yeah,
I
awesome
watched.
stuff.
I'm watching the Sparks documentary again, rewatching it on Netflix.
Let me know. I'd love to. Actually, I'm thinking we should get into this at some point. But I was thinking I'd love to have a live chat with other Sparks fans, even you if you're interested, but mainly other Sparks fans, and do a live chat. Just talk about them, and you could be,
you're getting me more interested. I'm certainly getting more and more interested in the band.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. You're getting me there.
So where are you in it? Halfway or
halfway again? Yeah, I pretty much saw what I saw.
The second half, it gets really good, and it just shows you how they never gave up.
Yeah,
during the years.
And I was actually thinking about getting what's it? I always say
Kimono My House.
Kimono My House. I can't find it.
Yeah,
it's hard to
even down there.
CD, anything like you can't buy it on Amazon.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
5 minutes in, let's talk about Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin.
I'm really not a fan of them. I don't know about you.
There we go.
Robert's got their CDs. Okay, we'll start with Glenn. What is your, so it's all the songs from Led Zeppelin 1 and 2 combined. What is your 18th least favorite? That doesn't mean you don't like it.
No, they're both great albums. So there's not a bad song. But number 18 is Moby Dick.
Oh,
Mostly because I find drum solos on studio albums a bit silly.
Yeah.
You know, if you gotta be watching, or on a live album they get more exciting, but on a studio album it just kind of just go, what do I?
And even
the point?
the music's good, but it's not like one of the best. Even riff wise, it's not one of his best.
Well, no, because it's more just there to show off John Bonham's skills, and he's an amazing drummer. Not taking anything away from John Bonham; he's one of the greatest. But just
I've got that quite a bit higher, so this may be challenging.
Okay, Robert, what's your number 18?
Don't be mad at me, Glenn. Bring It On Home, Led Zeppelin 2. It's the last song on the album. Great harmonica to open up the track. Not big on the vocals in the beginning, though. I don't like his vocals, but then it kicks into high gear the last part of the song. So because of the vocals in the first part, that's my 18th on that one. Bring It On Home.
I bet you also don't like Hats Off to Roy Harper from Led Zeppelin 3. Because Robert uses the same vocal.
It is.
Yeah, it's got that weird, I don't know.
Love that
sound.
Oh, I like that. I love that sound.
I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah. Number 18 for me, Glenn, you're not going to be happy. It's Black Mountain Side.
I told you.
I got that at 17.
No, it's just because it's it's not the whole band. It's really nice, of course. It's just Jimmy Page with an acoustic solo and the tabla, I guess. And yeah, it's number 18, but I still really like it a lot.
You know why I had trouble? They were the two I had the most trouble ranking was Communication Breakdown and Black Mountain Side, because I don't know if Communication Breakdown would have sounded as great coming in as it does if it didn't follow Black Mountain Side.
Yeah.
It's kind of like just the way that fades out and then
it does. Yeah.
Like that, they almost got a beat. They're almost like one to me. So I was really having trouble, struggling breaking them up.
Glenn, it's your turn.
Oh, I was sleeping again, Larry.
Already.
I think I got narcolepsy or something. Is that the... Okay, number 17, Living Loving Maid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Robert and I are not.
That's his number one.
No. It's up there though. It's up there.
She's just a woman. It's a great song.
My number 17, Black Mountain Side. Again, similar reasons to Larry. It's great acoustic work, but a short song as well. But not much to it. It's just a beautiful acoustic track, but there's many more to come for sure. But from Zepp 1, Black Mountain Side.
So I think we can all say there's not a bad song on either of these albums.
No, there's not. Yeah. There are not.
Unless,
that's why it was a very difficult exercise to go through. Yeah.
Okay, my number 17 is my middle name.
Your middle name is Dazed
Heartbreaker?
and Confused? Larry Dazed and Confused Graves.
Moby Dick, Glenn.
Oh,
Moby.
Moby's your middle name? That's crazy. Who names their kid Moby?
Your turn, Glenn.
Okay, for the same reason I have, or Moby Dick? Is it that you feel the same way about drum solos on studio albums, or?
Oh, we're being serious now. Yeah, it's even the drum solo itself. I think it was kind of stitched together it's. I mean, when he gets really going, it's awesome. But otherwise, it's.
Well, he does that with his hands, right? That's a lot of that. Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, number 16. You guys are Robert. You're gonna be happy with me. Bring It On Home.
Okay, cool.
I love the song. I think it's the weaker track. It's just a weaker track than the others.
Okay. From Zepp 2, my number 16 is Thank You. Great keyboard, beautiful love song. But song kind of goes all over the place as well. But there's a great acoustic solo in there also. But it's got so many different sounds to the song. It's not consistent throughout. But that's my number 16. Thank you.
You're welcome, Robert.
Yes.
Moby, that's good, man.
I don't know why we need to thank you for picking a song, but
Now remember,
that's the
nickname
obligation of the video.
It's Moby Dick, not Moby.
Yeah.
My number 16 is Living Loving Maid. She's just a woman. The thing about that song is I think I used to love it more, but ever since reading that, I think it's Jimmy Page's least favorite Led Zeppelin song, and I think even Robert Plant, it's kind of poppy and commercial. So that's why I kind of don't look at it the same way, but yeah, it's number 16 for me. It's still a great song. A great song.
Okay, number 15. Heartbreaker.
Mine's
That
up
sounded just
there.
like Jimmy Page's guitar.
Great
Mine's
riff.
up there.
That's it? That's all you're going to say?
That's it?
I got nothing else.
Okay.
Heartbreaker.
You don't like the guitar solo or
Oh, that's my middle name.
Heartbreaker.
Yeah.
Glenn Heartbreaker Kello.
Yeah. I love the guitar riff.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't have anything bad to say about the song. It's a great song.
Yeah.
I just,
Awesome.
they're all great.
My number 15 is How Many More Times? Last song on the album.
Glenn?
Yep.
He needs to be hit upside the head.
No kidding. That is ridiculous.
I didn't say it's a bad track, but there's so many
How
more
can
that are
that
better.
not be the best track on the two albums? That might be the best track ever.
Is this your list or my list?
Well,
Cool riffs.
I'm going to
Kinda
do your
weird
list for you and send it
psychedelic
over.
solo
Let's stop
in
the
that one.
video.
They kind of put you into a dream world as well in that one. But another song that kind of goes all over the place as well, if you really look at it. But I'm not saying it's a bad album or bad track, but it's my number 15.
Okay, my number 15 is I Can't Quit You, Babe. Yeah, it's
That's
awesome.
my
Great
number
vocals.
14.
Great vocals by Robert. Yeah, it's
Great blues song.
It's just killer. It's all the rest of these are like just all excellent songs.
Zeppelin did the slow blues thing really good.
Yeah. Your
My
turn.
number 14. Whole Lot of Love.
Ooh, that's low on your list.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a great opening track. It's probably gets a lower rating for me just because it's been heard so many million times, and I hated the 45 when they took the middle part out.
Yeah,
and it's probably the greatest track ever made for listening to on headphones.
Yeah.
We're so different, Glenn. We're so different. I don't know why I like you so much.
So was the first.
That's why opposites attract, Robert.
So was the first Led Zeppelin album you ever heard? Was it the first one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, was it? Yeah. And Glenn has seen. You saw Led Zeppelin in 1969.
I did at O'Keefe Center.
And you've seen The Who. I just did a video the other day.
Wow.
The Who twice.
I think The Who were the greatest live band.
Early
But
70s.
you would say between those two, you'd say Led Zeppelin?
I think I like the Led Zeppelin show better.
Yeah.
I mean, I think performance-wise, probably The Who was better and more powerful or something. But yeah, just the Led Zeppelin show was just special.
Yeah.
I don't know why, just because they were so new then and everything. The Who were great though.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, my number 14 was Larry's 15. I Can't Quit You, Baby. Great Willie Dixon track. Done Led Zeppelin style. Jimmy's leads are on fire on this one for sure. Just a great track. Love it. That's my number 14.
And let me put, if anybody, just Zeppelin fans are watching this, and Robert just mentioned the great Willie Dixon, there's a blues album called I Am the Blues by Willie Dixon, where he does all these songs. He does all the Zeppelin songs.
Oh, wow.
And he
Wow.
does Spoonful and all the stuff that he wrote, and it's an incredible album. You should check
I love
that one out.
Spoonful. I love Spoonful.
Yeah.
Number 14 for me. I think this will be higher, probably on most people's list. But like I said, I love it, but I just like other songs more. My number 14 is Ramble On.
Really? I've got that up there.
Yeah.
I have it up there for sure.
No comment. My mom always said, if you can't say nothing nice about anybody, don't say anything at all.
Don't forget our commitment now, Glenn. Come on. Come on.
Okay, that was number 14.
Yeah.
Number 13, I Can't Quit You, Babe. We all kind of are in the same area on that one.
Close. Yeah. Close. My number 13, the Lemon Song. Third song on the album. Great opening riff, another bluesy track as well. And great bass run in that one. Guitar work is really good in that one. But that's my number 13.
When John Paul Jones did that bass line, the whole bass thing, his performance, just off the top of his head in the studio. And
wow.
When I was trying to learn how to play bass guitar, it's one of the songs I wanted to play. It's impossible to play.
Oh, is that right?
It's incredible. Like,
wow.
There's like, if you print off the music for it, it's about 8 pages, and it's just like, you just can't. It's just so melodic and so incredible. Like,
and just off the top of his head.
Oh,
wow.
My number 13 is Bring It On Home. And I love when Robert Plant does that bluesy voice. I know some people don't care for it, but
I think it was kind of a homage to old blues recordings, right? They tried to make it sound like an old blues record to start off.
And then, the whole band kicks in and they rock. So. Yeah, love it.
Okay, number 12. Your Time Is Gonna Come.
Wow.
Zeppelin number 1.
Can you believe it? We've actually chosen the same song.
You're connecting with each other.
We're connecting, Glenn.
Yeah.
For now.
Now, if we start agreeing, we'll probably break up, Robert.
Again, my number 12, Your Time Is Gonna Come. I love the keyboard opening, great dramatic opening. Almost Emerson, Lake and Palmer. It's kind of in the beginning, not completely all the way through. More great acoustic work. Zeppelin had a lot of acoustic stuff in their work for sure. Yeah. But too short. The song's too short. Great slide work in that one. Yeah. Love it. That's my number 12.
John Paul Jones, we just mentioned with Lemon Song, but again with Your Time Is Gonna Come with the organ and everything, he doesn't get enough love for being an incredible musician and being a huge part of Zeppelin. Like, it wasn't all Page and Plant,
No, it wasn't. No.
Yeah.
My number 12, I think it'll be higher up on your list, is Good Times, Bad Times. Great opening track from Led Zeppelin 1.
It's way up there.
Yeah, I figured.
Way up there. Yeah.
Number 11. Do you like the dramatic pause?
Yeah, I did.
Because people are just going,
You're getting this. You have to get into this frame of mind.
Now everybody's moving up to their screen going, what's he going to say? Shut up, dear. I'm trying to hear Glenn. Okay, number 11 is Black Mountain Side. And I had to put it up there higher because the next one you're going to know from my previous comments what's coming next.
My number 11 is Communication Breakdown. In Your Face track. You can hear the strain in Robert's voices. Solo is good, fast. One of the hardest tracks on the album as well. But that's my number 11.
Oh, that's a great track.
Yeah.
My number 11 is Heartbreaker. They just rock. on, the
Yeah.
guitar solo
Yeah.
and everything, and then the band comes in and John Bonham on the drums. And it's just awesome. Number 11.
Excuse me.
Number 10, we're into the top 10 here, Communication Breakdown. So like I said, I had to
We're
put
close.
Black Mountain Side and Communication Breakdown together. I just love at the end of Black Mountain Side, the way it goes. That guitar riff just comes in so heavy and strong.
And
just
Plant kills it on the vocals.
He does.
Yeah,
It's just I absolutely love that song.
Yeah.
The top 10 are just like all incredible songs.
Yeah. My number top 10 from Zepp 2, Heartbreaker. Another bluesy riff. And the bass is heavy, dirty, gritty. Great track. It speeds up, and then after a great guitar solo by Jimmy Page as well. And then it breaks again. And it's just awesome track. Heartbreaker. Awesome track.
Number 10 for me, once again, a great bluesy track, and I love the vocals by Robert Plant on this, especially near the end. You Shook Me. And the interplay between him and Jimmy Page with the guitar. Excellent.
Number 9, The Lemon Song.
Mm.
And again, mostly because of John Bonham's bass, it just makes the song. It's a great vocal performance from
And
Plant
if you're
too.
a fan of lemons,
yeah.
having them squeezed.
If you like having your lemons squeezed rather than
running down your leg,
rather than sliced.
I'm doing that later on today.
We don't need to hear about that.
Even back,
did the new Playboy come out today or something?
Even back in the day when I heard that, it was like, and I didn't understand everything fully. I just knew, even at the time, that's a dirty song.
Yeah, naughty song. Number 9, Live and Love and Maid. She's Just a Woman. That's a groove. I love that groove. It's a fun track as well. Rock and roll song. Bonham's killing it on the drums. Jimmy, unique solos on that one. Great track. Live and Love and Maid. She's Just a Woman.
Number 9 for me. I think this has gone up in stature for me over the years. I think it's underrated. Your Time Is Gonna Come. And I was reading that there's banjo on that track. Jimmy Page just picked up the banjo and just, practiced a little bit.
I've never heard the banjo on that song.
Yeah, there's a banjo on that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm learning something new. Now I got to go listen.
I know he played fiddle on or violin on one of them too, like with the.
Yeah. Well, that's on Dazed and Confused. He does that, but with a bow. But yeah. I the only song I knew he played banjo on was Hangman Gallows Pole.
Oh, maybe that's the one. Maybe I'm confused there. Yeah, was it Gallows Pole?
Gallows Pole. He plays banjo.
Oh, okay. I'm wrong then. I'm getting those songs confused. But no, it's still
Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, Dazed
and Confused.
Yeah, Your Time Is Gonna Come is awesome.
Hey, Moby, you're kind of screwing it up here. Settle down.
Just remember, don't call me a dick. Call me Moby.
Yeah.
I'd never call you that, Larry.
Larry's not just a dick. He's a Moby.
Moby Dick.
Okay, my number 8. Larry, this is for you. You Shook Me. Larry Shook Me. Yes.
I was close on that one. Very close on that one.
Yeah, great track. Just awesome.
My number 8 is What Is and What Should Never Be. Vocals are so good on that one. It gets heavy and slows down again. Solo. I think it's a slide guitar on that one that he uses as a solo. And then there's echoes back and forth at the end. It's just classic track. Love it.
So that back and forth thing at the end where it goes dan from speaker to speaker. I've heard that song 14 million times, and every time I play a game with myself trying to figure out what speaker the next dad-at's going to come out of.
Oh, really?
There's no pattern to it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Have you noticed
that?
Oh,
wow.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, it comes out of here twice, and then here once, here twice, and then no, there's no pattern. To remember it, like I've never remembered it to this day. I couldn't tell you. It's crazy.
I love it. It's great.
Me too. Great song.
Yeah.
Number 8 for me is Communication Breakdown. Enough said.
Enough
Enough
said.
said. Yeah, that's a great song. Yeah, what a great song.
It just broke down.
Yep.
Number 7, Dazed and Confused.
Whoa.
For so long, it's not true. Yeah, great
Okay.
song though. Love it. You Shook Me, Dazed and Confused at the end of side 1 is just epic.
Wow, that was my number 7. You Shook Me. Another blues cover. Another great guitar, bass, organ solo as well.
Yeah.
Harmonicas in there, solo work. Kind of an angry track as well because he was a little pissed off about what had happened. But yeah,
He
awesome
was pissed.
stuff.
What was he pissed off about?
I think because a girl left, like you shook me all night long. It's just, from what I gathered, it was a kind of a breakup song.
Oh, really?
That's what I got from it, anyway. But you could just hear the not the maybe anger is not the right word, but you just hear that hurt in his voice.
Number 7 for me is the Lemon Song, which we have discussed already.
Yeah.
In greater detail than we should have.
Yeah. but they just go bonkers on that track when John Bonham comes in with the drums. It's
Yeah.
so heavy. And it's not
that's-
even, it's kind of a rough production too in a way, but it sounds awesome anyway.
Number 6, Thank You. Beautiful
You're
love
welcome.
song Robert Plant wrote for his wife. Gorgeous song.
My number 6 is Ramble On. Another great with bass in it. Kicks into high gear in the chorus. Psychedelic solo in there too. Jimmy had such unique solo work. He's just not your typical, 12-bar solo, whatever they call it. It's just he's got psychedelic stuff going through the song. It's really good.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah.
Again, kudos to John Paul Jones. Great bass lines in that song.
Yeah. Underrated for sure.
My number 6 is Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You. And, this really shows, their heavy side and their really light side. And that's why they're called Led Zeppelin. And
it's really dynamic with the
so
acoustic,
good.
and then it gets heavy as it goes on. Yeah. Number 5, we're down to the top 5, boys. Good Times, Bad Times.
Wow.
So I bought Led Zeppelin, that album, not knowing who Led Zeppelin was. As soon as I saw it on the rack when it came out, and brought it home, and just the way that started there. In the
had you known who Jimmy Page was?
Well, from the Yardbirds probably, but I didn't know he was putting together Led Zeppelin or anything. I mean, there was no, there was no internet or anything. You just did. I bought it because of the album cover when I saw it put on the racks, and just so that album just is like one of the greatest albums of all time, personally for me, because of that, because the way it just blew me away. But that opening track was just, I'll never forget the first time hearing it. So
amazing. A great way to start the album for sure. My number 5 was Larry's 6, I think, Baby, I'm Gonna Leave You. Got some folk elements to it as well in there, a little bit. Another cover track, but again, they put their own spin on it. Dramatic chorus, acoustic throughout most of the first part of the song, and then that killer solo at the end. Heavy riffs, just love it. That's my number 5.
Well, Zeppelin had a whole folk influence right from the start, right? I mean, there's a lot of their songs have a lot of English, traditional British folk themes and
they weren't just electric guitar all the way through. They did all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, they incorporated a lot of that. Number 4.
Hey, can I have my turn, Glenn?
No. Okay, sorry, Moby.
I was going to mention, though, that I don't know if you've noticed that in the early years of Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant would sing "Baby" a few times.
Baby, baby, baby.
Baby, baby, baby.
Well, because I can
remember-
imagine they're sitting there writing a song going, we need a word here. How about baby?
Yeah.
How about baby, 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 baby? I know in later years he used to kind of, look back at that point, and he even said he said baby too many times.
Baby too many times. Yeah. Yeah.
So my number 4 is Thank You, Baby. I think it's one of Led Zeppelin's really underrated songs.
Yeah.
Love the vocals of Robert Plant. It's really sweet. And yeah, number 4.
Yeah, it's a beautiful love song.
Yeah.
Number 3, What Is and What Should Never Be.
Aren't we? Didn't you? Wasn't that? Because
That was number 4.
I'm still at number 4 myself.
We did this last week too.
Where are we?
Did you miss number
It's
5, Larry?
because we're old, right?
I did 5 as Good Times, Bad Times.
And I did 5 as Baby I'm Gonna Leave You.
Well, I
And
haven't
I've still
done
got-
4 yet. Yeah, I haven't done 4 yet. Larry, I think you should have done 5. What was your number 5?
Oh, I'm
Larry?
sorry. Okay. See, I screwed up because you went ahead, Glenn, and it got me all confused. My number 5 is What Is and What Should Never Be.
Ah, there we go.
Okay.
Back on track again.
Now we're number 4, right?
Yes.
Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You. Just love that track. Love the acoustic in it. Love it's just it was a great second track after Good Times, Bad Times. It just showed
Yeah.
their versatility, and you just knew you were into hearing this.
And
Amazing
it's
album.
impressive that it's called Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You and not Baby, I'm Gonna Leave You.
Or I'm Gonna Leave You, Babe. That's what it was originally titled.
Yeah.
Baby, baby. Well, you guys ranked this one pretty low on your list, but I'm going to go with Moby Dick on number 4.
Wow.
It's just one of those tracks you can crank up. It really is, and I know it's an instrumental, but you can't deny the heavy drumming of John Bonham. It's just he was heavy, just as much as Bill Bruford is with Sabbath. But yeah, that's my number 4. I know it's
Bill Bruford.
Bill Ward, he meant.
Bill Ward. Sorry, Bill Ward. Yeah, Bill
Yeah.
Ward. I'm having a Larry moment there. So
Yeah.
Bill
Yeah.
Ward.
You made a mistake, Robert.
I know. I don't make those too often.
We'll have to tell everybody we're recording this video at 7
I don't have
a.m.
enough for this.
It's 7 a.m. in the morning here.
It's
We're
7 in the
awfully
morning.
tired. Yeah.
Yeah.
7 in the morning.
And we've been drinking, and we stayed up all night drinking, talking.
And I've
to
been
each other,
drinking
so-
orange juice all
Yeah.
morning.
So forgive us.
So my number 4 is Thank You. So you're on to number
3.
3.
What Is and What Should Never Be. Great track. Again, I just love that part at the end.
Mm-hmm. My number 3, Dazed and Confused. Powerful vocals by Robert Plant. Psychedelic track again. Weird tuning in this one as well. And kind of a heavy and dark track again, but love that track. Dazed and Confused. Zepp 1.
My number 3 is Whole Lotta Love. I think it's the very first Led Zeppelin song I ever heard because I think I bought, or my brothers bought, Led Zeppelin 2 before we got Led Zeppelin 1. And I also love the way that Jimmy Page produced it because he would sometimes leave in mistakes or whatever. Because you can hear an earlier take of Robert's vocals kind of bleed in, and he would leave it in, and it would sound so cool, right? Like, yeah, it was awesome. Number 3.
Number 2. Ramble On.
Whoa, Glenn.
Love Ramble On. One of my favorite Zeppelin songs. It would be
Ramble
top
on,
5.
baby.
It would be a top 5 Zeppelin song for me of all time.
Well, my number 2 is Good Times, Bad Times from Zepp 1. Opening track off the classic album. So good. Again, great solo, great bass, great Bonham drums. Yeah. Classic track. Overplayed, yes, but as most of these songs are overplayed.
Yeah.
The top 5s anyway.
See, that's the one thing about when people say, oh, it's, they put it down in the rankings because it's so overplayed. It's not the song's fault. It's
No,
it's
it's not the
overplayed
song's
on
fault. It's the radio station's
That
fault.
shouldn't take away from it being a great song, right?
That's what I said.
But
Is that what you
someone,
said, Glenn?
I was
Yeah,
telling someone that I was
that was
doing
my
this.
reason for ranking it so low.
Yeah.
I was telling someone at work that I was doing this show with you guys today, and he said, "Yeah, I went home for lunch and I turned the car on. There was a Led Zeppelin song. I came back from lunch. There was a Led Zeppelin song playing. So it's just Zeppelin's on the radio constantly all the time. Yeah.
My number 2, which could easily be number 1. It's one of the greatest rock songs of all time. Dazed and Confused. And I mean, I love the whole song, but when they rock out at the end, it's just so amazing.
Yeah. Awesome.
My
Number one, Glenn.
Drum solo. Robert's number 15. How many more times?
How many more times, Robert?
Tied with Kashmir as the 2 greatest Zeppelin songs of all time for me.
Yeah. As I said, this was such a hard thing. Again, just because it was low on my list doesn't mean it's a bad song.
Oh, it's incredible. It's like so good. It might be in my top 10 of all time songs.
Yeah.
Well, my number 1 is Whole Lot of Love.
Mm-hmm.
Great opening track. Awesome.
Robert,
riffs.
that's overplayed.
It is overplayed.
I would never say anything like that.
You got this weird solo in there again, psychedelic. Jimmy Page was so good. And it never gives you a break, that song. Never gives you a break. It just in your face all the time, but I love it. Love it.
Well, my number 1 is How Many More Times? Like Glenn, I think it's one of the greatest rock songs ever. And my favorite part is the end when Robert sings, "'Cause I've got you in the sky."
Oh, yeah.
God, the way he sings that.
Yeah.
Exactly, Glenn. Yeah. It's just,
it's a great track. Yeah.
And
what an album.
Yeah, John Paul Jones on the bass, of course. Yeah. Well, that's it.
That is it. That was hard.
So I wrote
that was
down,
hard.
I'm tired.
I wrote down an idea, unless you guys, two classic rock albums that we kind of think are pretty even. So I was thinking Led Zeppelin 4 versus Who's Next.
Oh, wow.
Good.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Not
Good
really
choice.
verses. We'll meld them into one album.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to compare track
and
1
then
to
at
track
the end,
1. We're gonna rank the songs.
And at the end, we decide which
album
of the two is the
which
better
album's better.
Yeah,
just like right now. Glenn,
let me see if I can match the picture down below.
What is the best of the 2 albums here?
Led Zeppelin 1 is the better album. Led Zeppelin 2 is fantastic. 2, like you mentioned that I saw them, so I got Led Zeppelin 1 like pretty much the day it came out. Never heard a note of it before. Blew my mind. So that album has a real special place in my heart because I still feel like hairs on my arms stand up when I hear it, like I did when I was 16 years old. Yeah. And then when Led Zeppelin 2 came out, that was when I saw them. I bought the album pretty much the same day or within a few days of the performance that I saw, and so they did a couple of they did mostly the songs from Led Zeppelin 1 when I saw them, but they did do a Whole Lot of Love and a couple other tracks off of that. But yeah, so both these albums really have a special place in my heart, and I love them both. But Led Zeppelin 1 is, I think, the better album.
So when Led Zeppelin 3 came out, were you disappointed in it?
Not at all. No, it was different.
It was
but no, it was still great. It didn't sound like the first 2, but
yeah. I'm kind of matching the picture down below because I'm surrounded by albums in this photo. But 2 fantastic albums, as Glenn said, can't beat. But for 1969, this is a super heavy album, and it's one of my favorite albums by these guys. What a great debut this one is. 9 tracks that none of them are a bad track on here, as well as this one. This one has no bad tracks on it whatsoever. We just had to rank them in a certain order. Tomorrow could be a different order altogether. But and so young looking too, these guys are. I mean, but so prolific, so talented, so remarkable for these four guys to come together. Very psychedelic pictures. I love these pictures in here as well. Young
Jimmy needed to brush his hair.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But no, this is my number one for sure.
My number one, since How Many More Times was number one and number two was Dazed and Confused, it's Led Zeppelin 1 for me too, although, Led Zeppelin 2 was they couldn't have done any better for a follow-up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you
Double
would expect
album.
that band
Double
to
album.
fail after that. Like, how could they match one? And they actually did they came pretty close to come out with just as good an album. Yeah. That's amazing. So it was unanimous.
Yeah. Led Zeppelin 1.
Wow. Very cool. Okay, I gotta throw something out there for you. When Zeppelin broke up, who do you think would have had the better career going forward? Like, you would think Jimmy Page would have done something epic.
Anything.
Nothing that you would say, like, I mean, he did the album with David Coverdale, and he did
The
Firm, which I
never got into.
No, and he what happened?
Yeah.
Such talent and didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen him do some acoustic albums, like just his guitar, showing off his guitar. I think he could have gone in the studio and did something cool. Like, he's such a great acoustic guitar player.
Yeah.
Like an album of Jimmy Page playing acoustic songs would have been amazing. It's something.
And compare him to what Robert Plant's done with his career.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And Robert Plant has diversified too. He didn't stick to a Zeppelin sound either. Like, he's
It always surprised me. That documentary with Jimmy Page and the Edge and
it might get loud.
Why would the Edge be invited onto something like that? I mean, he's a unique guitarist, but he's nowhere near Jack White.
I didn't like that dynamic either. I like Jack White and Jimmy Page on there. I would have picked someone else too. I agree.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny though when even the Edge can laugh at himself, and he was playing the guitar, and then here it is without the effects, right? Like
the
effects that makes the sound for him.
Yeah,
but, I still like him.
Oh, he's definitely got some unique stuff, but he's nowhere near those two.
He's kind of
just
a
weird choice
pony,
for that
though.
one.
He developed this one kind of signature sound, and that was
the jangle sound. Yeah. But yeah, Robert Plant has a bigger career for sure.
Yeah.
Still going.
Yeah.
Still going.
So Led Zeppelin 4 versus Who's Next, and maybe we can get one or two other people. I don't know if Sam St. John is into Led Zeppelin. Do you know? Or
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
But it'd be fun to get at least two more people and do this.
Yeah. And speaking of Sam St. John, can we send some love out to Sam, who's our good friend, and he's just announced a contest for his channel, and to try and get over 300 subscribers. So please go to Sam St. John's channel, enter his contest.
I'm going
subscription. I'm going to too. I'm going to do it this morning. Actually,
me too.
Yeah.
I just sent him some CDs as a BCLT. Hope he's received them soon, but just to introduce him to different. I sent him some Arkells. I don't know if you guys know Arkells.
Yeah.
I think he would like that. They've got a Campfire Songs album where they acoustified all their great songs. I think he might like that stuff.
Acoustify. I like that.
Well, whatever they made it's like you're sitting around a campfire playing. Yeah. But they really
have acoustified.
Acoustified. That's my word of the day. Acoustified.
That's fantastic. I'm going to be using it.
And if either of you can come up with, a couple of other albums to match.
Oh yeah, we'll come up more. Yep.
Oh
yeah.
We should match some progressive bands as well.
Yeah. It'd be funny to do Yes versus some other progressive band, and then there's like 5 songs in total.
Yeah.
Or 3.
Yeah.
But
I just bought this. I just bought the Soft Machine album. The first one, is just like kind of poppy progressive rock, and by the third one they're like a free-form jazz band.
Yeah.
It's called
Mm,
Thirds, and there's only 4 songs on the record, and every one's 18 to 19 minutes long.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Well, we could do. I don't know if you guys know Gentle Giants at all. Do you know Gentle
Not enough to
King
I've only got
Crimson
the
and
first
Gentle
Giant.
album.
Giants?
Yeah.
I couldn't do Gentle Giant. I'm not familiar enough. I would be
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
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 King Crimson I
But
could do, but I don't know if you guys. I'm pretty good with their deep catalog, but any of their albums.
but there's all kinds of ideas.
Yeah.
We could do a Paul McCartney, compare 2 of his albums maybe at some point.
Yeah. Or Ram and Plastic Ono Band.
Yeah.
Or Ram and Imagine or something like that.
Yeah.
McCartney, Lennon.
Yeah.
Get people fighting in the comment section.
We could, yeah. I like Paul better. Paul sucks. How dare you say John isn't as good as Paul?
And today is Yoko Ono's 89th birthday.
Wow.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Happy
89.
birthday, Yoko.
I'm pretty
Wow.
sure it's 89, yeah.
I hope she's doing okay.
Yeah.
You don't hear from her anymore, so you get the feeling she's feeling the 89 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's up there. Wow. You don't think of her as being 89 years old.
No.
But,
And John would have been 82 this year, so.
Yeah.
Crazy. 7 years.
When you really think back, like 1980 was when he passed away. Like Beatlemania wasn't that far from when he passed. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it's only 10
because of
years.
all the years that have gone by since.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know. It's only 10 years, 10 short years from the
That's
time
what young
they
people
broke up.
don't get, right?
Yeah.
No.
Looking back, it's like it doesn't feel that long ago.
No.
No, and their popularity is still as strong as it ever was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's never be the same.
Yeah.
Never be the same. A lot of
Now
great
we're just
bands coming up, though.
Right? We're just rambling on now.
We are. Nothing wrong with a ramble. Good ramble. Ramble on.
Yeah.
I love
Now's
rambling.
the time.
Baby,
is
baby,
now.
baby.
Yeah, baby.
So maybe I'll look into Sunday at 4, Glenn.
Maybe baby. Okay.
And Robert, just take the day off work. I'll talk to
I wish.
your
I
higher
wish.
up. I'll talk
Even
to your
when Robert,
supervisor.
even when Robert's at work, he's involved in the conversation. So why?
Well, I know you guys are on, so my breaks and my lunches, but I'll be just almost getting home at that time, so it's too late to get back on. And after a day of work, you don't really want to.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a part-time job, or maybe I should go to Home Depot. You get a lot of frickin' breaks.
Sure, I get. It's how you do it. I pretend I'm checking out the schedule for next week.
Oh, good for you. See, there's always a way.
There's a way to do it, man. There's a way
Yeah.
to do it. You
You know,
have
I
to play
worked
the game.
when I first got at one of my early jobs in life was working for the government, and I worked at the office, the unemployment insurance office, and I used to have to work in the place where they order forms and everything.
Yeah.
And if you walked around with a piece of paper in your hand, you could walk around that building all day long and do nothing for 8 hours.
What you
And no
do
one
is
questioned it, as long as you had a piece of paper in your hand.
we all have work phones. They're very good work phones. But all I do, I can look up in the air, look for a product, and just pretend I'm looking at the.
For 8 hours and clock out and go home.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I can't find this. Have you seen this one? But
Awesome.
yeah, there's games. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm very diligent at what I do.
Remember,
If anyone's
Robert,
listening from work.
your higher up is watching you.
Yeah.
Mr. Depot's sitting at home like right
Mr.
now,
Depot.
losing his shit, going.
Yeah, getting his bonus check.
So remember to subscribe to Glenn Calloway from the basement and Robert's on my turntable. Do that right now. And
And
subscribe
Larry,
to Sam
Larry
St.
still needs
John.
more
And Larry.
subscribers.
Larry Graves.
Yeah.
The great Larry Graves.
Yeah. And that's the thing about having these live chats is there's about probably close to 10 people that I enjoy having on this. And it's just getting the schedules for everybody and getting it, ahead of time. So maybe.
Wow. What better way to spend a morning with a couple of great friends? So,
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Robert.
Yeah, no, I mean that sincerely. I'm not being a Moby Dick or anything, but but no, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy. I get excited. You know, I anticipate it. I make sure because you guys know your stuff, so I have to make sure I'm right there with you guys. And but it's been a blast being part of this. So I know my work schedule gets in the way, but
hey, one day it won't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be able to afford all these albums if I wasn't working. So
yeah, it's tough, man. I tell you, I've run the old credit card up a few dollars since I've been in Florida.
so we'll say goodbye to everybody, and then we can just stay on for a few minutes. So thanks, everybody. Leave a comment.
Bye, guys.
Peace out, everyone.
And girls.
Let us know what your thoughts are on the Zeppelin stuff.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.